Hello, everyone. It's great to be with you on this beautiful Mother's Day Sunday in May. And you probably can hear the birds singing, and they should, because our children who've made their first Holy Communion will, after this Mass today, have the May procession and the crowning of our Blessed Mother. So it will be beautiful. Just a week ago, I returned from my yearly retreat, a retreat which each priest makes. And this year, I found myself thinking for the whole 7 days and praying about one passage in the Gospels. And that's a passage that we just heard in this reading from John 15. I call you no longer servants, but friends. That is the passage that I had printed on my holy card at ordination 56 years ago, 2 weeks from now, May 22nd. Let me tell you why that passage was so important to me at this retreat. In my last 10 years on retreat, I find myself always at that point where Peter is with Jesus on the shore of the lake. This is a painting I did at the end of a retreat, maybe 8 years ago. It shows Peter swimming toward the shore because he can't wait for the boat to get there to see Jesus. And shortly after that, a few years later, I found myself making this one, which shows Peter hauling in the net with 153 fish. And in the years following, I find myself in that position of Peter with Jesus, where Jesus says, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" And then he says, when Peter says, "You know I love you, feed my lambs, and then feed my sheep, and then feed my full-grown sheep." And yet, at the end of each retreat, I've never been able to say, "Yes, Lord, I love you," with my full heart and soul. I think it's because I've always sensed that Jesus would ask from me something more than I really wanted to give or could give. But this year, I wanted to tell you, I found myself focusing on those words. I call you no longer servants, but friends. And little by little, it came to me that this unbelievable truth was real for me. When someone is truly your friend, and I mean an intimate friend, of which you may only have one in your life, and one is enough. A friend, as the Greek said, is another self. Or as the Romans said, friendship assumes that you are equals, or it creates equality. We are all God's servants. We're Jesus' disciples. We are Jesus' servants. We work with him. We're not his equals. But he says, I call you no longer servants, but friends. We are his equals as far as he wishes it. But the invitation requires that I be a friend to him, that he helps me in my need, that I help him in his need. And greater love no one has than to give up their life for their friend. That's his final point. And my commandment is this, that you love one another as I have loved you. So I somehow find myself accepting this relationship with Jesus now. And my desire, this is speaking as a Christian, is to love the other person as Jesus loves me. There are people I know very well and I'm close with, people I minister to. There are other people I will meet for the first time tomorrow or next week. But now that I've accepted that Jesus and I are friends, and I'm some way equal with him in a way that eludes my understanding, I will be as a friend should be. What does a friend do? A friend is another self. A friend gives their friend the truth. A friend never quits. A friend is always with you. A friend gives you joy because joy is the presence of the beloved. All these things. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's something that's deeply moving to me. It's a new stage in my life, but it's also a stage that all of us, all of you, are meant to come to. Great to be with you, and I hope you get to see your own May procession sometime.